Love, understand, validate. Love her. Love, understand, validate. Love her. Love, understand, validate. Love her. Love her, understand her, validate her. I'm Charlie Mack. I call myself the servant, the big brother of Philadelphia. More notable, I'm responsible for one of the biggest groups, the biggest R&B group in history, Boys and the Men. I discovered Boys and the Men. That whole thing with that song, I met these guys backstage, hey, Boys and the Men. That was actually me that put them with Michael Bivins. I introduced Will Smith to Benny Medina. Benny Medina happens to be the real Fresh Prince, went from Watts to Beverly Hills. So I took Will to L.A., introduced him to Benny Medina. I discovered Meek Mill. I managed Hakeem Yaz on Empire. I produced ATL. I produced Brotherly Love. I produced Deuces. So I do television, film, music. I got a group, Brotherly Love, right now. That we have a record right now that's kind of bubbling called Run It. We just finished the video for that. And I'm a servant for the creator.
And happily married?
And happily married, absolutely.
Okay, so, I
got seven wonderful children. 5 daughters, 2 sons, and 3 grandkids.
Okay, well, where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
I got to ask you relationship advice because I was watching the 444 documentary.
Yes, and that was. Let me tell you about Will's. Will put a 99 on a 1, just so you know.
Charlie Mack. All my bad ideas about women I got from Charlie Mack. He got ideas about everything. And he was like, man, I'm telling you. This is how a date gotta go. You take him out, right? You take him out. And the first thing you do is you take him to, a restaurant. You get like an appetizer at one spot. You get the appetizer at one spot, right? Then you go to another spot for the main course. Then you go to another spot for the dessert, right? So you move from one spot to the next. So you take them out because they ain't never seen no shit like that. Then, when you go out in front of the place, you start a fight and you just knock somebody the fuck out. If you knock somebody the fuck out in front of a woman, she gonna love you forever. I'm telling you, you can do it or not, but that's how you get them.
Because he sent it to me before it actually got posted. I said, if I had done that, it would have been really, really G on my side. For me to take a girl and go get her an appetizer at one restaurant, then the main course at another restaurant, and then the dessert at another restaurant. That really made me kind of G. I wish I could have taken credit for that, but unfortunately I didn't. But I did tell him to marry Jada. And I did tell him yesterday, I'm saying that other couple girls that he wouldn't be with the other couple girls. So I did give him advice about women, but he didn't give me credit for Jada. So again, Will, you should have told that story too. If you're gonna tell it, you gotta tell it all. Don't tell half truths. You know what I mean? Although, again, I didn't say all that stuff that you said, but we love him. Most of the time when Will would get a girlfriend, he would bring his girlfriend to me, all the way up to Jada. And of course, I would tell him, I say, this girl right here you're gonna be with for a month, this girl you're gonna be with for 2 months. I actually told him about Cherie. Unfortunately, I did tell him, I said, y'all gonna be together for 2 years, they were together for 16 months. But when I met Jada, I told him, I said, that's the one. And I think because Will was from the inner city, but very, very, he was upper middle class, I think he wanted somebody more so like in the realm of where he grew up at and kind of his vibe. You know what I mean? But Jada was from the inner city of Baltimore. She was hood, but she had substance. And I love that. I thought the realness was what he needed. And so she tapped into that. She gave him some substance. And so I felt like that would be ideal for him. And so we've been good since then. And here we are, this December 31st will be 20 years that they've been married. 97.
So what kind of advice would you give him? I mean, back in the day, there's tons of women.
Today?
Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was a whole.
Will was always a one-woman's man, and although I wasn't, I didn't want to taint him. I didn't want to give him, again, like you said, the wrong advice. I want to give him advice that probably, it's like the greatest hairdresser, but our hair is a mess. So that's who I am. You got Dr. Phil. I'm Dr. Phil Good. Mark Pitts calls me Obi Mack Kenobi. Because I can give out the best advice. I got all the cliches in the world. You ask me anything, and I got a million cliches for it, and I give you the best advice about it. Totally.
Well, so a lot of people.
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right, Fatin?
Well, they say chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
How much do you romance a woman in this day and age of independence?
Well, you know what?
And Tinder.
For me, I'm really. It's weird with me because I'm not a romantic, but I can be romantic. I can romance a woman, but I'm not romantic, but I can romance a woman. I have it in me. It really is about my vibe. So I'm an energy person. And it's really about I'm like universe, energy, connect. You know what I mean? I'm not I'm not a traditional person. I'm not gonna do something because everybody do it. I don't believe in holidays. I think every day. Like I think that, you know what I mean? I love you every day. So I can't give you candy and roses today. Why do I have to do it on February 14th? Every day I love you. So you telling me one day out of the year, I got to acknowledge that. Why can't I acknowledge it 364 days and not acknowledge it that one day?
Right, but in that getting to know you phase, do you go all out?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm saying again, it's more a vibe. I don't have one set rule about anybody. I'm intrigued by the female. I'm intrigued by what makes her laugh, what makes her cry. Study her. I think I do well with that, you know what I mean? But I failed at times too. But I failed, I'm saying, not out of necessarily, I'm saying intentional. It's just, again, I'm saying I don't know what the universe is how they're going to move us. And I move with the universe.